His demeanor is the same as if you were talking to him. I would joke around with some of the other security personnel. He's, my terminology would be he's kind of too cool for school. He goes into that kind of Jack Sparrow mode, and he just, he's very likable, whether he drinks or he doesn't drink. I've seen him slightly intoxicated.
And again, based on your observations, what is Mr. Depp's demeanor like when he appears slightly intoxicated?
It's the same as if he, had a glass of sparkling water. I mean, he's just very low key. He's easy to get along with, and he just seems to me, he handles alcohol a lot better than I would.
Luego le preguntan por Amber.
And would you please describe for the jury some of your early interactions with Ms. Heard?
She was very pleasant, very easy to get along with. She was almost as if she was a next door neighbor, just always had a smile to her face, and no issues at the time. And, I liked her a lot.
Did you have an opportunity to observe Mr. Depp's interactions with Ms. Heard's family and friends?
I did. He was very open and warm to them. He offered them, whatever they needed. They were constantly coming around the estate. Eventually he let a couple of them live in his penthouses downtown for free. He would let a few of them drive his nice Dodge Challenger in and around town and take on trips.
Did you have an opportunity to observe how Ms. Heard's friends and families treated Mr. Depp?
I did. They were obviously very pleasant to him because, from observing, they were taking advantage of him. So they were being obviously extra nice to the hand that feeds them. And that's just progressed over a period of time.
Do you recall any specific instances, Mr. Bett, where you heard Ms. Heard say something to her friends?
Yes. The first one, I was taking her from Mr. Depp's property to her apartment in the south end of the city that I believe Mr. Depp was paying for. She was sitting next to me in the vehicle. She was talking to a girlfriend or a friend where they were talking about another male. And she says to the girlfriend, whoever she was talking to, all men are idiots, you shouldn't trust that guy. And then she turned to me and she said, sorry, Sean, not you, I didn't mean that. And I just shrugged it off like it's not a big deal. Well, I noticed they went from being that loving, almost like high school couple where they were very giddy towards each other. He was very happy, she was very happy, to they started to argue periodically, and then the arguing started to progress more and more and more. And it was always taking place because, Ms. Heard would start this argument.
Based on your observations, did it ever appear that Ms. Heard was intoxicated?
There were times when I went into the penthouse or we were at the Hollywood estate and, based on my training experience in law enforcement, I could tell she was slightly intoxicated.
Excuse me.
That's kind of getting into the realm of expert testimony. He's not a designated expert.
Bueno.